If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or any cheap PC games, use the referral link in the description. It will take you over to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods, and if you use the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well. Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again, and welcome to episode number 16 of the Newcastle United Career Mode series here on FIFA 16. We start with a game against Leeds United away from home on the 28th of December. We follow that up with a game in the FA Cup against Everton, and that will take us into the January transfer window. Now, what we're doing in this window is half up to you and half up to what Newcastle do in real life. Obviously, we've already decided that because Gini Wijnaldum was sold on in real life, Gini Wijnaldum will be sold on in this save as well. So we can add him to the transfer list. Whether he'll end up going to Liverpool or not, it remains to be seen. Hopefully Liverpool come in with a bid for him, and if they do, I'll try and ensure that they're the ones that get hold of him. Unfortunately, I am going to sell Jesus Gamez. It says still says he's recently joined the club. Hopefully by the time we get to the January transfer window, it'll actually let me sell him. There we go, get the words out of my face. I think Chesnoid is going to get moved on as well. And other than that, I'm not sure I'm looking to move anyone else on. Actually, Gouffran said that he wanted to leave, so we'll sell Gouffran as well. So with regard... Oh, and where are you? Where are you? Shelvey, I'm undecided on. I'm really going to need your guys' suggestions with Shelvey. He's young, but I don't enjoy using him, which is an issue. But if we're going to be losing, Gini Wijnaldum and Johan Gouffran, I don't know whether to sell Shelvey as well and bring in another central midfielder and a left winger, or whether to not sell Shelvey and just replace Wijnaldum and Gouffran with one left-sided midfielder or left winger. I know Rolando Aarons wants some extra football, and I will try and get that to him, obviously, but if we're going to go up to the Premier League, Rolando Aarons still isn't going to be good enough, unfortunately, by the end of the season to actually warrant a first-team spot. Although he's up to 74 overall, but he does need a little bit more training on his technical stats, before he's up to the sort of standard we need to be competitive in the Premier League. Because I'd like to finish top 10 first year in the Premier League. That's the aim, at least. So for now, I'm thinking about selling Shelvey on. I definitely want a midfielder. And a midfielder of decent quality as well. And we are definitely going to need a left-sided midfielder as well. So we want a centre mid and a left mid. Other than that, in this window, I'm not sure I'm looking to buy in any other positions. We have a very young squad, and I want to put faith in this young squad to not only get us promoted, but to keep us up as well. Players like Jules Okore, Grant Hanley, Rico Henry, Haidara, Jamal Lascelles, Jack Colback, Isaac Hayden, Rolando Aarons, Adam Armstrong, Iorfa, etc. They're all going to grow considerably in this save, so there is no point needlessly replacing them. So we're going to put faith in the squad that we've got here and hope that they're good enough to get us forward, and not only into the Premier League and keep us in the Premier League, but to be competitive in the Premier League, looking for a top 10, maybe even a Europa League spot next season. We'll have to wait and see, because the BPL opposition we've played so far in the Cups, we've been able to perform quite well against them, although how relatable Cup form is to League form is completely different. So I'm not sure whether we can compare the results that we've been getting in the Capital One Cup to, make any predictions about what might happen next season in the Premier League. But for now, Shelvey, I'm really not sure. Tiote, I want to sell. I don't enjoy playing with him. He's 29 years old. I'd much rather have a lower-rated Vernon Anita in, who I much prefer playing with and get on better with on the pitch. We've got Sissoko and Saive as well, but obviously if we can get another incredible centre mid in, then I will do. Gini Wijnaldum to be replaced on the left-hand side as well. Rolando Aarons is growing, but not necessarily at the speed that I need him to take that first-team spot right now. Rolando Aarons is still a season and a half away from being my first-team left-sided midfielder, so I'm going to need a top-class centre-mid and a top-class left-mid. And other than that, I'm not looking to improve elsewhere. We have money at our disposal. We have about £20 million already, and we have a large wage budget. So if I up this here, we've got basically over £20 million to spend, plus selling Gini Wijnaldum on. I'm looking at the shortlist. I don't want to do that. That's got old players on it. plus Gini Wijnaldum to go on for 13 million, plus Tiote to move on. We could always use them as make weight in other deals as well, and Johan Griffin. I would like to wait and see, though, with Wijnaldum if Liverpool come in and bid for him, because if I can sell him to Liverpool, I will do. But without any further ado or any further rambling from me, that's my plan for this upcoming January transfer window. Do let me know your suggestions in the comment section down below, and of course, as always, I will take them into account. But for now, let's jump into the game against Leeds. If you enjoyed today's episode, drop the video a like rating, and make sure you're subscribed to the channel to ensure you don't miss out on any further content. But we'll play Leeds, and then we'll play Everton in the FA Cup, and then that should be us, hopefully, maybe even with a couple of offers in the opening couple of days of the window. We'll have to wait and see. Had to make a couple of changes because obviously we only played 2 days ago. So Gouffran starts on the left with Gini Wijnaldum now in midfield. Shelby starts in midfield too. Rico Henry and Grant Hanley also into the starting lineup. Continuing to have the best defensive record in the league, although Norwich are still very close to us. The two of us are just head and shoulders above the rest when it comes to scoring goals and keeping clean sheets. It's just unfortunately for Norwich, they still seem to be quite a long way behind us with regards to the actual points tally for the season so far. Throw for Leeds. Pataka to take. Throws it back to Berardi. He's going to work it inside to Liam Bridcut. Gets tackled by Gini though. That's not a foul, ref. It's a really good opportunity to score here, but I don't think that was a foul personally. Antonucci stood over it. He's going to go for the shot. He's gone for the shot, and Tim Krul makes an extremely good save to stop them from scoring. That's a great free kick over the wall. Maybe I should have jumped. Still don't think I would have got there. Vernon Anita tried to jump, but unfortunately I took the shortest man possible to try and block it on the line. In comes the cross from Pataka. That's terrible, and we will clear this away. No, we won't. That was a terrible clearing header, and they come close again to scoring. Tim Krul called upon for the second time in as many minutes. Pataka will hope for a better delivery this time. He has got a better delivery this time, and this time the header goes over the top from Cooper. Goal kick. Richie, get this to Anita. Look quickly for Ayoze Perez, and then maybe poke it to Anita again. Perez has made the wrong run there. He ran the wrong side of the defender. I needed him to run inside the defender. But Vernon Anita, talking about runs, puts it over the top of the bar. Hell of a run from the tiny, tiny little midfielder. How he's able to hold off defenders twice his size, I'm not sure. If only he could have got that on target, that would have been a great goal to put us in front. Corner for me. Matt Ritchie to take. Floated in. And, of course, it's Vernon Anita underneath it. That's exactly what we needed, isn't it? Where do we go? I see you there, Gini. Let's try I tried to do a Maradona turn. It nearly worked. And Bemba will get this to Ayoze Perez. Good first touch, control shot, slightly deflected actually, which helped it with regards heading straight towards Robert Green. But that's a very good header. Get this out your feet quickly, and we could still have another effort. We'll get to Ayoze Perez. Matt Ritchie's on the overlap. Ritchie in the box. Ooh, going to have to turn onto his left. Do we look for Perez? We will. Oh. Is he given a pen? Well, that was questionable to say the least. I was just trying to pass the ball off to someone in the middle of the box, like Ayoze Perez, and I don't really know how he's given a pen. I want to see a replay, please. How is this a foul? He's just taken the ball off me as a first touch, and the referee's given a pen. All right, well, Matt Ritchie won the penalty, so we'll give it to him, and we'll try and take a 1-0 lead. I'm going to go top left. Keeper's top left, that is. There we go, top right as you look at it, and Matt Ritchie scores. Well, one of the least deserving penalties in the world ever gives us a 1-0 lead at Ellen Road. Nice ball out wide. Rico Henry's going to try and close down Mirko Antonucci, but he's got a good cross in. Janmat's got a good header away, only as far as Bridcut though. Oh, this is good football. Surely this will end with a goal. If it had done, there would have been no complaints that I could have. Very good move. And Antonucci's furious with Adiemi there, but I don't think you can blame him for having a shot. Just perhaps I should have been a little bit more accurate with it. But yeah, furious teammates. Here's Adiemi. Oh, he's gone for a shot again, and well, misses by a similar margin to the previous. Leeds are having chances in this first half, and they're decent chances too. They just haven't found the back of the net yet. Again, Antonucci's like, why didn't you play me in? Here's Pataka. Well, Rico Henry does have pace, as well as Pataka having pace, but Pataka is clearly a larger individual, so whether Rico Henry will be able to outmuscle him, I'm not sure. Terrible attempted tackle from John Joe Shelby there. Antonucci plays the pass into Murphy, whose shot is deflected by Daryl Janmat and over the top of the bar. Corner again for Leeds United. Whether they can actually score this time remains to be seen. Again, a terrible corner from Bataka. Again, a terrible second effort as well. We'll ping this towards Richie, who can bring it down. That's a foul, isn't it, referee? Thank you very much. Gabriel Obertan coming on again for Leeds against Newcastle. They did the same in the first game against them not long ago. Gini Wijnaldum will get this through to Johan Gouffran. Gets in a decent turn, has the shot, and well held by Robert Green. Chance for 2-0 at the beginning of the second half, but not the most clear-cut of opportunities. That was a terrible pass from Grant Hanley. Murphy to Antonucci. Antonucci with a shot. Tim Krul palms it onto the post. Oh, good save, Tim. Good strength by the man in the middle to actually hold off my defensive attempts and get the ball to Antonucci, and then a good strike. They keep having pop shots from the edge of the box, though. As long as they don't actually start having clear-cut opportunities inside the 18-yard box, I think we'll be okay. I don't know why Mbemba has tried to take a touch on that when it was clearly meant for Daryl Yanmat. Thankfully, they've had to go all the way back to keep possession here, Leeds, although they may still have an opportunity. It's Obertan. He's gone for the shot, and Mbemba in the way. Corner again for Leeds United. This could have been much more simple and set us up on a counter-attack if Mbemba hadn't tried to bring a ball down that was 10 yards off the floor, but never mind. It's going to be another corner for Leeds United. If they score here, it will all have stemmed from that mistake from Chancel Mbemba. Rico Henry tries to get that away. Johan Gouffran tries again to get it away, and this time we're successful, but apparently that was a free kick. Things are not going for me here right now. It's almost like the game is desperate for Leeds to get themselves an equaliser. Antonucci shot from a similar position in the first half. He's going to leave it this time, and they're laying it off to Murphy. Murphy shoots wide of the target. Dallas. Oh, it's a lovely ball through. Really good football. Gabriel Obertan with a glorious opportunity to score against his former team. We mentioned we don't want them getting clear-cut opportunities in the box. They got one there, and it was a former teammate, but thankfully he still holds some sort of loyalty because he shot that wide when he really should have scored. There goes the final whistle. It's a 1-0 slim margin of victory away from home against Leeds. They definitely deserve to get something from that game, though. I was not good enough in that game, and Leeds, look at that. What more can you say? 15 shots. Only the 3 on target, though. It was their wastefulness that cost them any sort of point haul from this game. They deserved at least a draw, but they didn't get, unfortunately, the win for them, or anything for them. But we got all 3 points, so that's all that matters, I suppose. Norwich won 4-0, though, so the gap at the top isn't going to close at all. And Telvan was happy for the rest in that game, but he's not going to get to rest anymore, because up next, Everton in the FA Cup. No offers in the opening 2 days of the window, but not to worry, there's still plenty of time to get transfer business done and dusted. It's time now to head away from home to Goodison Park to take on Everton in the FA Cup. Gini Wijnaldum's actually gone up again to 81 rated. We will have a scout report at the end of this window, but for now you can see what the starting lineup looks like. People have grown quite a bit so far in this window and in this season, and hopefully that continues to be the case. And also, hopefully, we can get in some world-class replacements as well for the players that, fingers crossed, will be leaving us this window too. But main point of focus right now, Everton, FA Cup. Let's go. Oh, Gerard Deulofeu, what a tackle. Haidara has stayed down injured as well. That was an unbelievable tackle. I didn't expect... Yeah, he's going to have to come off. I didn't expect someone like Gerard Deulofeu to be able to make a tackle like that. But he's crunched Haidara, who's now going to have to come off injured. It doesn't, unfortunately, tell you what the injury is. It would be nice to know what sort of injury it is. I swear it used to tell you when someone was injured and had to come off. Anyway, we'll have to take Haidara off for... He just got caught underneath him there. Got his leg caught underneath Gerard Deulofeu's. Might just be a twisted ankle and won't be out for long, or it could be a broken ankle and he'll be out for ages. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe we'll be looking for a left back in this window. We'll have to wait and see how things go. Although, to be fair, Mbabu is still at the club, so I'd probably just give him the rotation role and move Rico Henry up to the first team spot. So we won't be looking for a left back, even if he is injured. There you go. I've answered my own question in the same second, or in the same sentence. Tovan into Anita. Oh, Morales has just run off with it, basically. Romelu Lukaku gives it back, and Everton have got a number of players here that can push forward. This is going to be awkward to deal with. Leighton Baines, please tell me Lukaku was offside. He was not. What a ball in from Leighton Baines, and what a header from Romelu Lukaku. Obviously control of Mbemba there, and It's probably me, actually, that's played Lukaku on side, in fairness. The delivery was unbelievable, and the header was just as good. It's what Leighton Baines' left foot can do to you. Incredible goal. Barkley got options. Oh, he's gone back inside. I wasn't ready for that. I thought it was going to go down the line. James McCarthy with space. McCarthy still with space. Around the corner, Morales, it's inside the post. You need to get this behind. Everton proving to be the toughest Barclays Premier League test we've had so far this season. Tottenham were brushed off. Leicester were also brushed aside. But Everton are causing me all sorts of problems. We've got a corner. And you already know I'm pulling it back to Jose Perez. So hopefully, good first touch. Yes, decent shot. Oh, Stekelenburg with a good save. That was destined to nestle in the back of the net. Oh, let's try again, shall we? I think it's Henri Saivet this time, although there's a man there with him, which sucks. Henri Saivet will get this across here. Why Jose Perez was this deep from a corner, I don't know. Deflected. Corner again. It tends to not put the players you want in the box for corners, doesn't it? Which is very odd. Anyway, up we go! A Corre over the bar. Oh, heavy touch from Aaron Lennon. We'll get this to Rico Henry. Orlando Aarons has entered the field of play now. So they brought on Aaron Lennon. I brought on Rolando Aarons. We'll see which one actually has the impact on the game. It looks like it might be. Rolando Aarons will stand the cross up. Someone's underneath it. It's Tovan. I don't think I was even in control of him. I was controlling Dwight Gale, and Tovan has just arrived with a great header. We are level. Maybe Rolando Aarons is ready to have that first team left mid spot. Tovan just completely crunches his own teammate, destroys Dwight Gale, but also destroys the back of the net. Everton 1, Newcastle 1. Thank you, Florian Tovan. Cleverly, he's given that straight to Rico Henry. Let's go across here towards Daryl. There's Tovan. Just lay it off to Dwight Gale. Dwight Gale. Dwight Gale. Dwight Gale. Oh, it might still drop. Oh. Wow, the two changes, bringing on Dwight Gale and Rolando Aarons, seemingly have changed this game. Aarons with the corner. Up goes Tovan again. Well wide. Somehow Musa Sissoko's managed to get past the defender. I'm still going to run. I probably could have played a through ball about 5 times by this point, but we're still going with Musa Sissoko. What a run! I almost don't want to stop. Tovan crosses in. Oh, it's horrible cross, but Rolando Aarons picks up on it. And it's Musa Sissoko that ends up on the ball again. Musa Sissoko! He scored an absolute screamer in the last episode, or the one before, I can't quite remember, recently. And now, after that attack, we might be in trouble at the back, but no, Chesnoid does well. Are we heading to a replay here? 8 shots for me, 2 for Everton. But just a goal apiece. Oh, that ball forward. That flick over the top. That header! Oh, that save! Tim Krul. We might be heading to a replay unless there is a goal in the next 30 in-game seconds. That's Tim Krul's. I need a counter-attack, and I need a counter-attack quickly. I'm going to go over here to Tovan. Then we're going to go to Rolando Aarons. No, we're not, because Leighton Baines is going to put in an inch-perfect tackle. John Stones, I'm going to force him backwards, and the final whistle surely isn't going to be long in coming. Tom Cleverly is running to his teammate, and there is the final whistle. Oh, what an end to the game. It ends 1-1. We are going to a replay in the FA Cup against Everton. First half, I could do nothing. Second half, seemingly they could do nothing. A real game of two halves. Accrington beat MK Dons. Villa beat Peterborough. Are Cambridge involved? Have they gotten this far? They're not playing at home if they are still involved. Leeds lose 3-0 to Chelsea. I'm just looking for any other shocks. I couldn't really see any. And we are now well in the middle of the transfer window. An offer for Tim Krul. Haidara's out for 4 weeks. That's okay. Lascelles wants to discuss wages. All right, maybe. But an offer for Tim Krul. My first team goalkeeper, he's going nowhere. And even for, especially for £4.5 million, not a chance, Villarreal. Not a chance. Sorry. Right, we'll have a quick training session. The gap at the top of the league is 7 points, I think. We'll have a look in a moment. I just glanced at it there. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too if you haven't to this point to ensure you don't miss out on any further content. We will go and offer Jamal Lascelles actually a new contract. And the gap is 7 points at the top. 7 points from Norwich. 8 points from Aston Villa. So we're 8 points inside the automatic promotion spots. And 7 points away from just second. So things are going very well for us so far. We will offer Jamal Lascelles a contract, but that's going to bring today's episode to a close, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, like I say, make sure... Who am I offering a contract to? Lascelles. Do make sure you drop the video a like and subscribe. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think I should do in this transfer window. He wants a significant pay rise, but I'm willing to give it to him to ensure that he stays happy here, and we'll give him a squad rotation role as well. He's got three and a half years left on his contract, so I don't necessarily have to offer him a new one, but we will do. Yep, that's all from me for now. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.